Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Harbinger League with a Dark Pact witch, soon to be Necromancer. But for now, we're still a plain old witch. We did acquire Dark Pact, and life is pretty glorious with Dark Pact. So in between episodes, I went back to Act 3 and cleared out the library. Got ourselves a couple of gems that we will need in the nearby future, such as a temple change gem, a increased duration to make the wither totem last a bit longer. Hello there. So I've got a little bit more playtime in with Dark Pact, and so far it plays very well. Self-casting Dark Pact is pretty potent, to the point where one or two shots is usually all you need to actually kill groups of mobs. So even if you're playing a minion build, self-casting Dark Pact and every once in a while just drinking a potion is actually not that bad, not that bad of an idea. On the other hand, though, doing a little bit more of a cautious build and channeling Dark Pact via your skeletons will work as well. Oh yeah, another gem I picked up is Life Leech. I am leveling it currently on Weapon Switch. But it will be a useful gem to at least have available, so we can use it when we want. And even if it's not for staying alive when self-casting it, if the damage of Dark Pact is proven to be sufficient, then having the Life Leech from Dark Pact is gonna provide us with a very strong sustain. That's a prophecy. It's gonna provide us with a rather strong sustain for those situations where we are under attack. And we have some Life Leech available to us. Okay. So, a Vol surrounded by skeletons. Yeah, dies rather quickly, right? And I think the skeleton shrine is currently messing with me, because those skeletons are likely to be weaker. Well, that is one Vol that is down. So we can go back and call that a run. So let's just drop everything down. This is of course a Death's Harp. It's not going to be useful for us, but it is nice to find it once again. So after we hand this in, we can have a chat with Ojun. And that should get us a stone golem. So we have some life regeneration to base ourselves upon.
Bye bye.
Let's see. Yep, stone golem, lightning golem, abyssal crab. So we want the stone. We actually happen to have a socket for it, which is rather lovely. And for now, we'll put the golem there. This means that the self-casting path just got quite a lot more interesting. The golem gives us a 33 life regenerated per second. Currently at just under 9,000 life.
Pleased to see you too.
Sacrificing 6% of our maximum life is gonna be about 50 or so mana. Or 50 or so life. So the stone golem is gonna regenerate quite a bit of that back. This is much more than the base regen we already have. Oh. So if you're playing this on standard, you can actually just try to see just how aggressive you can be with it, because of course the repercussions for death are less severe than hardcore. In hardcore, I would urge you to be playing on the side of caution. And maybe not doing very aggressive things with self-casting and things like that. And just leaving it to your minions. Also something along the lines, we did lose ourselves a Zombo. I noticed that I switched back to zombies and skeletons rather than mummies and statues from the MTX. Reason for that is that I was confusing myself with the what the minions were. Now it's just easy to think of skeletons and zombies rather than having to map them to something else. Normally it doesn't really matter because no, minion is a minion and it will just hit you. But if your core skill is kind of depending on how or what kind of minion is next to something else, I'd rather go for clarity rather than for confusing things. And there you are. And Pike Rivet is here. Well, Pike Rivet was here. Okay, first level we don't really have to look for anything. We killed Pike Rivet, that was the guaranteed unique of the area. So the exit is where we will find ourselves. Oh, that was a molten or volatile. But level 2 is where the fun will truly be. Because there is where, of course, we're gonna find the shreds. So just a couple of skeletons and then we can start exploding things. We're actually applying a little bit of the strategy like these these big guys are doing. No, just throwing skeletons at them and then exploding them. Now for him the explosion of the skeleton is already it. For me, I do have to cast Dark Pact just to be sure. Okay, yeah, we're very close to leveling, that's why I can't level it. Solved it. Another skill point. Our next goal is to clear out or to complete the Herd the Flock and Puppet Masters over here. Okay, that was maybe a little overextended. Just to sprinkle some skeletons through and clear the pact. Or the pack. It's not a pact, it's a pack. I'm casting the pact. That's slightly different. And there's the exit. Lovely. Okay, this is a good test to see if we can deal with the allies cannot die thing, and from the looks of it, it goes pretty well. Flame Dash, what level is it? Or more importantly, what does it require? Oh yeah, I shifted it around so it lost a level. Now it is actually on par again. Now the casting cost is once again good. Oi, you are not one of mine. Damn infiltrators. And let the chaos commence. It's so satisfying. You are, well, if you're doing this the neat way, if you do it all by the book, so to say, then you're gonna put in a little bit more effort for each pack that you attack. But the reward is gonna be relatively high safety, since you will be manipulating the battlefield from a distance. And well, that is of course as long as your minions are at least in front of you rather than behind you. Oi, you are not one of mine either. Get away. That was not my teleport, that was teleporting the minions. That's almost the same, but it was different enough. You can use skeletons to just blow up barrels like that. Lovely little trick. Getting your minions to be a little bit faster will most likely improve the quality of your life by quite a bit, since of course a faster minion seeks out an enemy faster. Therefore they'll be just stumbling around less and occupying the enemies more. Ooh. Orbu. So you can see the skeletons are not really that sturdy. Well, in truth, we haven't really bolstered the life of our minions too much. So it is to be expected that they do die rather quickly. So something's pulling me there and something's pulling me here. Let's make a guess and assume we're gonna head this way. Hello there, Quicksilver Flask. It's been raining those things. I think this is the fourth or the fifth one we found so far. Okay, I think there's enough skeletons in here. Let's murder. Oh, okay. So this is the true way forward. Hello, Calcifer. Weren't you a teleporter? Ah yeah, Flame Dasher. That's almost a teleporter. Good. Okay. He's generally does a decent chunk of damage, luckily, and we could handle it. One of the side effects of speccing yourself for better life regeneration than you normally would for a build. No, because we will end up sacrificing our life at some point. It is useful to have at least some life regen capabilities. If you take a decent chunk of damage, at least you can regenerate through it. So you are just passively more sturdy than a general build would be. Now, of course, there's always that thing about prevention is better than curing. And let's not stand in burning ground too much either. That's a bad habit to cultivate. Especially if you want to do things right, then before you open the box, just spread some skeletons around. That ought to get you set up so you can instantly start using your Dark Pact. Of course, I forgot to do it, but it's always the situation of, hey, wait, in hindsight, I should have done something else. Oh. Ooh, essence. So, with the totem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, just a bunch of skellies. And then just Dark Pact all the way. And this one is dead. Some Immortal stuff, so again, spread some skellies and then just Dark Pact. And ooh, there we are. Hammer Storm. A couple skeletons is all we need, and then we just blow him up. And he didn't even get a time to properly use his hammer attacks. There was no storm of hammers. And the threat has been freed. That's yet another skill point for us. Void Scream should be up there. Just add a couple skeletons and then we should be able to sacrifice through without even being present on the field of battle. Let's say, this works rather well as a long distance artillery support for an army of minions. It's almost too bad that you do have to lead your armies from the front if you actually want to go somewhere. That suddenly makes me think of a completely different take on Path of Exile. What if you could get the map layout in advance and you would just draw out a path on the map, just like in a tower defense, and then your minions would always just follow that unless they encountered resistance, and you would just walk after your minions and just provide artillery support with something like a Dark Pact or some other skill. Could be a interesting twist on the whole concept of playing with an army. Though I guess it deviates a little bit too far from the base game to be a truly serious suggestion. It's always fun to speculate and to just think of what could be. I mean, a skill like Dark Pact definitely falls outside of the realm of skills that I had expected. It is interesting and different enough from all other skills that it is truly a worthy new skill to be added to the game, because it is something that is just unlike anything else. And that is nice. Ooh, wow, 5 socketed Cabala's Regalia. Yes, please. Yeah, okay. The mods are not terribly great, but it's, well, not difficult to compete with what I have. Okay, let's make a quick down stop and empty some pockets. Have a chat with Tasuni over here. Oh wait, you're gonna give me a book, aren't you? Yeah, you're gonna give me a book. That's unfortunate. I wonder what the idea is behind the books, because they take up space. They're 2 by 2. They're pretty large, and it's not like you're gonna do anything except reading it.
May fear guide you.
Let's see. Okay, the other things we can just stash away for a later time. And this one goes into the useful things to consider later as well. Which, okay, now we can have a chat with Tasuni and actually store the gem or the book we get from him. The Desecrate rewards. And that gets us Minion Alive regen 1.5%. It is the stronger of the Minion Alive regen skills. So I believe in the Spectre Wheel there is another one that only grants us 1%. Yeah, that is 1%. And down here we had Leech, but no regen. But it is the thing that will keep our zombies much more healthy, because in between fights they can actually regenerate their life. So if they survive, they should usually be good to go again by the next fight. Especially once I have both mods, because then they get full life in 40 seconds. Ooh, Bismuth. It's actually not that useful anymore since my resists are in a pretty decent shape. Could use a bit more fire resist, but I do have access to the Elbrion and Haku crafting benches now, so I can add some resistances to my gear when it is needed. But I figured, no, we'll run to the Crystal Veins waypoint, attack that, and then I'll do some dried leg running, get some gear. And once I got some slightly better gear, then that is a bit more worthy to enchant rather than the random gear I have been running around with up until this point. Then I think for next episode we can do the normal labyrinth. It's much less demanding now, so we should be able to... maybe that was not the wisest idea to stay close to him. Burning removal was there. But the normal lab is much less demanding. So that gives us some options of doing it earlier rather than after, waiting till after Malachi. Okay, again, someone murdered my zombies. I would quite appreciate. There is a certain satisfaction to just setting up your skeletons and then exploding them all. Kind of looping back roughly towards where we started. But this way is where a new level lies, so that is good. Spore gem, void manipulation, and of course another point. We can't go there yet. We first need to increase our minion damage, which is okay. They do punch and claw and slam occasionally. Wait, didn't we need to defeat for Calm and the rest of first before we got our support gems, such as cast when damage taken? Might actually have to postpone our lab visits a little. On the other hand, we are very much an offensive powerhouse. We don't need Immortal and cast when damage taken at this point. It's nice to have, but we are more than capable of tanking the damage. So yeah, let's do the labyrinth next episode, and after that we will continue with Act 4. In between, I'll do some gear upgrades, so to make all the processes afterwards a little easier. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.